And we're back with another episode of Let's Play PC Building Simulator. I'm your host, the RPG Guy. Ooh, 1300 used, you say? Excellent. What is this? Empty case. Okay. Really quick, okay, so that's all we've got used. So we'll just kind of start hoarding parts for a while. Until we know what we actually can make. Because we need motherboards and processors at this point. We have everything else. And RAM is starting to grow as well, so we just need to get to the next stage here. What the? Only 4 gigs of RAM. It's got a good card in it, but it's not broken, so we're not taking it. Ooh. Gladly take that. PC with a Threadripper 12 core. R70. Do we even have anything like that? R70? I mean, we could start stockpiling just middle grade cards, which, yeah, we'll do that. Because we should start really considering about making money building more of these, even though they're middle grade. So 1907, yeah, we'll take it. Boom, because it's done. Now we have a completely clean roster of stuff here. Navigation computer, PC. Can you fix this and no compromise? Well, is this a build or what? Replace hard drive. Diagnose and fix by end of day. Okay, I'm pretty sure I managed to break something. Can you have a look at it for me? I have no idea what's wrong. Just went to pop. I promise I didn't do anything. Can you get it done in 2 days? I was on PC the other day and saw some plastic green-white cables, so we got to buy that. Plastic green-white cables. What do they mean by that specifically? Just green, just white. Okay, making sure there's no red in there. So just green, white. Boom. We accept. We don't really know what's wrong. Lots of love, Thomas. It probably is the processor, but it could be the video. It's probably not the video card, but it could be a combination of things. So we'll just accept it and fix it when it gets here. A strike force of saboteurs from Sector 81 surpassed our defenses yesterday, destroying the redacted production facilities, causing severe damage to the redacted and several redacted vats. Unfortunately, the redacted generator remains intact. Several computer systems are also compromised with prohibited malware. You will be sent one of these systems. Your mission, should you choose to accept it, is to remove the affected hard drive and replace it with an identical uncompromised model. Note: failure to accept mission is grounds for termination. And remember, these guys like to kill us. They're not really going to kill us, but it's funny as hell. Now, compromised hard drive should be destroyed immediately. Do not attempt to use the compromised hard drive. Do not store the compromised hard drive. Do not look at the compromised hard drive. Knowledge of the compromised hard drive is prohibited. Kind regards, mainframe sector 72. Blah, 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 blah. Replace hard drive. Well, what's in here? Is this the one we worked on earlier? There's only the one hard drive, so we just need a 3 terabyte Barracuda. So that's simple enough. 3 terabyte Barracuda. With a $200 budget, is there anything else we can do to this thing that would help it? Well, we could put a bigger power supply in there for $100. How much is this thing? 90? So yeah, we'll put a bigger power supply in there because that power supply is abysmal. So that's 100 and whatever, right? So $190 because that's his budget. We may as well sneak in an upgrade while we're at it. Because he's probably going to send this back and want us to do more work to it. Which is likely since this is the second time we've seen this computer. So it's just better to have everything ready to go for that. So we accept. All right, Project Neptune. Hi, work is now fully underway on the Neptune Mark 1 deep sea submersible. The design process has been challenging, but I'm confident in the final blueprints and construction is going smoothly so far. My mission is to find the long-lost ruins of an ancient city of Atlantis, which I believe lies not in the Atlantic Ocean where so many people have searched before, but somewhere in the South Pacific. Yes, it sounds mad, and maybe I am, but soon my claims will be backed up by the discovery of Atlantis itself. Then we'll see who really deserves to be expelled from the Institute of Aquatic Archaeology. Anyway, your role and all of this will be to build the navigation computer. It doesn't need to be powerful, just a reliable, no-frills workhorse. I'm told it will need to run at least a Pentium G4600 to run the navigation software. But everything else I will leave to your discretion. One last thing, the work must be completed in the next couple of working days. If we miss this deadline, we risk setting off during peak fish migration season, which is utterly unacceptable. I will not have them swimming about Neptune, slapping its hull with their oily fins and staring at me with those mooning, glassy eyes. I tell you, I will not have it. All the best, Martin Ventrix, Subworks GmbH. So here's something interesting. Our budget's $800, but we can only spend $750. Okay, I guarantee you this is going to bite us in the ass if we don't do something good early on, but we need to make sure it's fully adjustable. So here's my suggestion for this build, is to completely go with Coffee Lake gear, is what I'm thinking. So the cheapest of all the Coffee Lake stuff. So if our budget is, let's say they don't want us to go over $750, though they gave us an $800 budget. So let's say minus 170. Okay. The cooling, it will cost us 10. Oops, did I buy it? Yeah. Yeah. So cooling, $10. That puts us at 570. Motherboard. This is the next most expensive thing at 155 minus 155. Good, we're at 415. Now we got to nickel and dime this as best as possible. So memory. We're just going to put in garbage as far as I'm concerned, I guess. But what is the memory for the Coffee Lake one we just did? We could just put in one stick if it's not too expensive. 4,000, it's expensive. Let me see here. RAM is not my biggest concern. It's 270, which we can't do. So we'll put in cheap stuff for now. $20. Graphics card. Excuse me. We'll come back to that. Storage. We could just go with the one we want to go with for now. Boom. Minus 110, since everything else is really slow in this. Power supply. We can put in a good power supply. Boom. Minus 100. And then a case. Because we don't know what he's going to ask, we'll do this one at minus 60. Now we have $125 for the video card. So theoretically, we should just take whatever we can get for whatever we can get. What can we get for 125? They're all they're all cheap. Well, if we want, we could do something like this. Boom. Minus 75. That gives us $50. We could buy 2 more sticks of memory. Bam, bam. Okay, so that will be fine. So I need a new PC. I've got a new copy of Sublevel 0 Redo, minimum specs, sitting here waiting to be played. Can you finish it in 11 days? Don't try to pass on these parts. My brother has Sheen in his PC. He says they're the best. We accept. This isn't too bad, except the Sheen part, but we can accommodate all that. So we need to find out the minimum specs for Sublevel 0 Redo. Yeah, it's garbage. Okay. So 6,500 is what? What's higher than 6,500? Where is 6,500? Is it way down here? No. i5 6,500. Is it higher up? I don't even see it on our list. Oh, there it is right there. So the 8100, so we can go with that. So processor 8100, which is a Coffee Lake. So boom, minus 1 set. Whoops. Minus 170. Did I buy it? Did I actually buy it? Yes, there's 2 of them there. We'll buy the same motherboard. Boom. Minus 155. And then everything else will pretty much be different, but we are going to buy the Smartoni as well. Minus 10. We'll also get this as well at minus 110. We will get the power supply for minus 100. And I guess all that's left is this guy here for 60, so minus 60. We have 1145 to work with at this juncture, and we still need a graphics card and memory. So we know the memory is 4,000. So go right to it. And because of the nature of this, we can buy 2 of these, really. So we'll buy 2 of these, which is minus 540. Which gives us 605. So you know what? Let's reduce it by 1. Just because we'll have more than enough RAM. So 875 for a graphics card. Which, whoop, we can just take something big and plentiful. 875, you say? Well, I guess we'll take this. Boink. Because it's so good. It's just so good. Okay, so that's not a problem. So we just don't know what's going on with this, and we can do all of this, and that will do that when it gets here. All right. And bye. So Martin Ventrix is the sub-working guy. So this guy will do second because his is a heap. Pretty much. And then we'll do this guy right away. And somebody wants that cabling, so... you know what? We'll do his first because it is terrible. Actually, it'll take the longest. Yeah, get that going now. So same motherboard, same processor. So this is like, the reason we go with this is because it's fully upgradable to anything super powerful that he might want later. And that is my stance on that. I think that that's a fair trade. Oops, he's not even got a good video card now that I'm thinking about it. Get in there. So power supply is good. Because, yeah, he deserves that. Storage is going to be one of these guys. Wait, that's not the used one, is it? I know we have a used one. No, we got rid of the used one of these, didn't we? So that should be fine. Memory. We got a bunch of garbage. Memory. It's a work computer. It's for like a company. What did you expect? It was going to be fun? But you do want to, if they give you a budget, you do want to do the best you can with that budget, especially if you want, if they're going to come back. If you want them to come back. Storage. And that. And that leaves us with $10 remaining. Right there, $10 remaining. We could put a fan in here. I don't see the point. But what we could do, keep a spare for ourselves. Why not? This guy's being that cheap. We're going to keep fans for ourselves. He doesn't need a fan in here. This thing will run so cool. He won't even notice there's one missing. No, I'm not. I'm actually not kidding. It's so pathetic of a computer. It doesn't need it at all. But that fast, that nice fast, hard, solid state is really what makes this thing shine. So it'll feel like a super fast computer, but it's just got a really good hard drive in it, or solid state drive. All right. Motherboard. Memory, just the one stick. And graphics cards. Hard drive. Sitting there going, why doesn't it meet the standard? That's why. Do RAM, boom. We don't need to do it on the rigs with the really bad RAM, so don't worry about it, guys. Nothing can help them. They're so pathetic. God, that is awful. And then, like I said, we can do this guy and this guy upon the morrow. This guy we can do right away when it comes in. And then these guys are finished. What are you? 11:20. Wow. What a piece of crap. But, as stated before, it meets the standards. It'll meet the minimum of what that dude needs. See? He's happy. Oh, crap. I totally forgot about this. Hold on. See, this is what I get for having ideas and not real deers. So this, he wants a Sheen card. And we can put in a Sheen hard drive while we're at it, too. Okay, hold on one second. That's where I screwed up. Forgot he said Sheen. As far as memory goes, we're not going to do that. We'll see if we can get by without it. Graphics cards. Now, what were the minimum specs again for this silly game? Okay, the minimum specs. So the GTX 970 would work. So let's find that in the shop. GTX 970 Sheen. There it is. So we'll buy one of these. And we will buy this. Now, I don't know how much money we're going to have to spend, but we could throw more shit in here. Like the extra hard drive if we want. Because there is Sheen in here. Hey, hey, hey. So maybe we can just get away with that. I'm just curious now to see actually what happens. $535 remaining. Yeah, this is what this jackhole gets for picking Sheen. And it's not that Sheen's a problem, it's just it's a problem for me now because I got to do this. And we now have a really powerful video card with no home. It's a sad one. We'll let that run. And like I said, we'll see what happens when it's done. How are we doing? These were just really nice rigs. This just has two really crappy cards in it. And the RAM is bad. I mean, we could buy this and then put two code cards in it, but I just don't see the point. Same with this one for that matter. It just doesn't make sense for us to really invest in those right away. It's like, what jackass bought that to begin with? You guys know I'm thinking about it. Well, I said we would do it at level 25, so you know what? It's already level 26. Time for we deserve the nice stuff. While that thing chugs along. Oh, and the monitors, too. this is done. And there we go. Oh, and the headset. There we go. Like the little light underneath it, for crying out loud. Because, you know, fancy. Alright, let's make a save, because we don't know if we're going to get full credit for this or not. May not be worth going back, but we probably will if it's not. And it is. And it has 2 hard drives in it, but whatever. Okay, so that's good. Let's power this down. Make it a new day. I don't care what's coming. Whatever's coming is coming at this point. What is this? Another tower? So another Ryzen 1060 gaming and a crappy motherboard. Which really, if we need to get rid of crappy parts, which is always an issue, we have the ability to now. We just buy a Celeron processor and throw it in there. This is the one we don't know what's wrong with it. We know what's wrong with this guy. He needs a new hard drive. And there, it's right there. Oh, and we have a new power supply for this, don't we? The hell? Why can't I, like, get a good angle on this thing? I hate this case. I mean, we're going to have to probably use this case later because of all the room it has for, like, the Uber work computer, but I hate working with them because they're so bulky and it seems almost unnecessary. Oh, wow, we can't put a new one in there. Okay, well, that sucks. Well, is there anything else we can do? I guess we could put more RAM in. So, you know what? Screw it. We're not going to give this guy an upgrade then. Fuck him. If we can't give him one just from what we're doing, then forget it. As far as I'm concerned. Oops. Probably the processor. And that's one of those game stormers. Well, wait, if it was the processor, it would have turned on by now. So it's not the processor. Ooh, let's check this first. Yeah, it's the very expensive Supernova, so there's a chance it could be that too. As you can see, I'm just plugging a little of everything. It is not the power supply. Well, since stuff is disconnected. It's the motherboard. Possibly a stick of RAM. We shall see. Looks like it's just the motherboard. Z370. Feels like it'd be more than that, though. The memory was in there too? Both sticks of memory? Yeah. Graphic, yeah, it's all in there. Maybe a bad hard drive? We didn't check that. Yeah, hard drive's fine too. Alright, well, we know what's wrong with that. You, sir, need to be 3D marked. And then this will be good. So I can't do anything fun with it. But we know that in the future, for the future, so we'll keep that in mind. Ooh. Mine. 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 Another case. And these two guys are finished. That's $1,300. And then we're going to get some for this. That'll be nice, too. Sweet. All right. Let's take a look at our new work here. It can be tough to deal with loss, and we'd like to imagine it will never end. The end will never come. But when time is up for your computer, let Dignitech help you shoulder the burden. Our team of compassionate IT professionals will be with you every step of the way during this often painful time, from planning the funeral all the way to electronic recycling and waste disposal. In addition, our award-winning aftercare package includes 20 hours of grief counseling and a free class entitled Moving On Without You. How to purchase a new computer. Contact us now for a free consultation. Oh, dear God, Digitech, because sometimes computers are people, too. No, when it gets to that point, the machines have won. Hi, thank you for your work on the previous job. The computer has already been sent to the shipyard there, where it will be fitted into the Neptune Mark I navigation array. Now, naturally, on a project of this size, I have contacts with a number of suppliers for every need, including IT systems. Unfortunately, one of the deals has fallen through, and I would be most happy if you could pick up the slack. Specifically, we're supposed to supply a personal computer for my quarters. As with the previous job, the machine's performance is unimportant. Regrettably, our budget is becoming more limited. Please do what you can. All the best, Martin Ventrix, Subworks GmbH. 350 done by tomorrow. Oh boy, it's one of these. So, if we go cabbie, we have some upgrade room. If we go Skylake, we don't have crap. So $350 is our budget. So boom, minus 40. Boom, minus 10. We might throw some used parts in there if we have to. Boom, minus 175. That's our biggest expense, and we're not gonna have enough. I can tell you that now. Yeah, we can't go with that big old motherboard, nor can we go with that other thing. So we can't go with the Cabby Lake. We have to go with Skylake. We'll keep that in there. Okay, so let's look at this. So that's just $45. Oh, I have one of these used in my inventory. How much is it worth right now? Maybe we have a use for it. $33. So let's just say that for now. Minus 33. Memory. Boom. Minus 20. Graphics card. Minus 75. Storage. Bam. It's 20. Oh my God. Can we at least get like a 550 in there? Oh, I have some used ones actually. Have anything shitty? I don't have anything that shitty, so you're not getting my good stuff, buddy. So, boom. Minus 55. We have $92 left. And the case. Go with this. Boom. Minus 60. Now, yeah, if I put the reduced amount motherboard in there, we can do it. So that'll do it for that. Fix needed. Could you make some repairs? Can you help me? Those Plastic green cables look really nice. Okay, I have no idea what's wrong. Let's just say a cup of soup and computers don't mix. Probably the motherboard. Those plastic green cables look really nice. Or did you guys use these parts? Please don't do that. We accept, and we'll wait for it to get here, even though he kind of told us what it was. A320. What is that? Yeah, we'll wait for it to come in because the budget's a little bit more than what it would normally take. So that way we can figure that out. And can you make some repairs for me? It's not immediately obvious what's gone wrong. You'll have to do some digging. I waggled the RAM too hard. You mean wiggled the RAM too hard? I think the RAM is dying. In terms of time, can you get it finished in 2 days? Those plastic red cables look really nice. I'm an A-Data fanboy. What do you got in there? A-Data anyway. $80. 2133. What? Wait, what was it? 4 or 8? 8 gig. Just do this. Bam. $60 right there. We'll buy it. Which means we could buy that motherboard, so let's just buy that too. What was it? The A320M. Was it the M-Tech Plus? Yeah. Boom, and cables. What did he say? Plastic green. We have that. Plastic red. Yeah, we have red. Okay. So that's everything is there. Let's buy now. And build that heap. The heap. What person runs a Aqua whatever and has a giant piece of crap as their computer is beyond me. But whatever. Whatever. Okay, so this guy is done. Getting the hell out of my office. Wait, is everything here? Yeah. Just in case. Let's get his parts in there. Hate these shrouds. I'm sure they're structurally relevant, but still. Hate putting them on. Put that in. RAM done. At least it's not a completely terrible power supply. And we also need to check for viruses. Oh wait, wrong. Oh, wrong one. Darn it. Wonder if there's any more upgrades we haven't bought. We should look at that. I think we bought them all though, but just in case, we might want to do that. Okay, $41, but still it's within our price range that we can actually afford. Piece of crap. Piece of crap. This is not upgradable, because this is all we fucking have. How is it missing? Oh. How much money do we have left? Not much. Enough money to put these in. So that way it doesn't feel too terrible. There we go. Look at that. $339. Still under budget. Get those damn fans out of here. God, this machine is awful. Checking for prawn. Checking for prawn. Running 3D mark. Running 3D mark. Well, setting it up, rather. We are lucky we had what we had at that moment, too. We really, really are for motherboards. Or we would not have had enough memory to do this. Or enough money to do it this cheap. Or we'd be nickel and diming it even to the worst possible size case. So, get that thing way out of the way. Alright, so we've got the other parts for these rigs that we can't work on yet. I'll collect that and get it out of here. That one's still going through its thing for some reason. Oh, there we go. Thermal take core P5s. And something from Corsair. Must be a fan. Might be a fan. Who knows? Who cares? We just want to get the Shitronics 100 and this thing out of my freaking shop. You know what'd be neat is if this didn't have a whole bunch of stuff on it, and then as you accumulated stuff, the shelves got more and more filled. Maybe just leave that, that Nintendo there, and it's a couple of game cartridges, maybe a few power strips and whatnot, like your tool case, These DVDs don't make a lot of sense. The speakers maybe could be useful, and then everything else is just your actual parts. If they ever make a new one of these, if whoever makes this makes a new one, suggestion. I do wish there was more customer interaction. Like you actually had customers you had to report to, and you were actual shops so you could actually sell parts. Now there's another game that does all that, but I would like to see it at this level. Would be nice. Where you have a workshop area, so after hours, after your shop is sold out, and while you're working on machines, you can go and deal with that. 960, easily the worst thing we've built, almost. I think we've built worse. And you might say, how is that possible? Worst power supply. Not the cheapest machine we've ever built, but performance-wise, this is pretty terrible. But it should meet that dude's ridiculously low standard. Let's go ahead and save game. The other option actually would have been to give him my used one. I'm sure it's only worth about $3. What is its value? $290. So yeah, we could have sold him that. But I don't wanna. Made the budget. And wait a minute. Well, we disconnected everything in that dude's computer, so it should be fine. Yay! Plastic green and plastic red for the next day. God damn, I'm gonna have to remember that. Power down, turn her off. Look at that. And look at that at the bottom. And then people wonder why we're in an energy crisis. Look at this shit. Stuff that stays illuminated when it's turned off. I'm sure it doesn't, but, if that were the case, oh my god. Go to work. Oh, what goodies have arrived? The shitty video card, you say? That would have been nice earlier. And this. Okay. One reason for us to have waited would have been that thing. So one dude wants plastic green and one dude wants plastic red. I don't remember which one does, so we're going to have to look at that because there's just no way to keep that in memory for someone like me. We'll take it. Don't care. Take it. to the limit. One more. Why not? Okay. This is finished at $2,602, you say? That made no sense how I said that, but why not? Discard. We'll pay the 174. We'll discard that. Okay. Good Meme Lord wants green cables. You are good Meme Lord. You want, sir, some green cables. Green cables. Okay, so we gotta disconnect everything. Then we gotta diagnose this, because it ain't booting up. So we'll check the power supply first. Hopefully it's just that, because that makes my life a lot easier. It's expensive though, 1100 watt. Nope. Not the power supply, which means it's the motherboard. Which is why we bought it. We actually preempted this by buying it. But the good part is that because it's the motherboard and we got to take everything off, this cabling issue for this one is actually going to solve itself. It doesn't hurt to see if there's something else we could have done. And motherboard, yeah, that thing's dead. Put that back on. I should have all the green cabling humanly possible. I'm gonna put his crap back in. There we go. I don't know why I'm setting the RAM on this. It's not that going to be that much better. Just a good guy. Now you wanted red cables. Run virus scan because it's not a brand new computer. But booted as if it was. Are there 2 hard drives in this? Can find that out in a minute. And it screwed up what hard drive it was connected to. It's very likely. Oh, it's just the one hard drive. It wasn't a power supply issue. It was RAM, I think he said. Yeah. No, we're not going to boot it up yet because we got to do some other stuff. Like change the goddamn cables. Let's run this off. All these cables off of this thing. Looks like everything's off. Check the hard drive in a minute. Well, I didn't see one, so I'm wondering if it's a solid state or if it's back. It's back here. Just to be sure. Since it's such crappy RAM, we're not going to bother doing anything to the RAM. We are going to check it for viruses and other prawn-related equipment. Prawn-related problems. That should be almost done. I think that solid state be a little faster. This one's done. Looks like he's prawn free. That was weird. Getting a little bit of weird lag all of a sudden, and I'm not running anything weird. So I'm wondering if it's the game doing it, because I can restart the game and it doesn't do this. So I have a feeling it's the game. For those of you wondering about that lag, I have diagnosed it. I've actually run this on a brand new computer with nothing else on it, and that lag still sometimes persists. And it's a brand new high-end gaming computer, so I think it's an issue with the game. Yeah, not a big deal to me, really. It's just it's noticeable. It's definitely noticeable. Urgent upgrade, impenetrable security, new build. So at least one of these is a new build. It's so weird when it does it. It drives me nuts. It drives me nuts. And then, but this guy will be done in due course, of course. So he gets a little better when we walk in the hallway, but not by much. Looking pretty good. Running pretty nice, though. It's still not super smooth. We're hoping that when we build the Uber machine that we can actually see it run really smooth. That would be nice. That would be neat. But you got to get there first. So, no. And then we'll power this down once this is done. Yeah, that's weird. All right, let's just read this really quick. Hi, I have an urgent and difficult request, and I believe you're the best person to handle it. I've received some upsetting new data on the region of the South Pacific, which I hope to find Atlantis to confirm or deny its validity. I need to run some complex simulations. The computer you built for my quarters must be upgraded, oh god, to be able to run the Subsim X simulation software. According to the manufacturer's website, this will mean quite the upgrade. But you've shown me that you're capable and professional. I have no doubt you can do this. I'm willing to pay whatever is necessary to get this done. I do not want to miss the departure window that I'm surrounded by thousands of disgusting fish. I've already had to request that a fish tank at my quarters be removed. How that got added to the plans, I don't know. I suspect someone is playing a practical joke. All the best, Martin Ventrix, Subworks, GmbH. So it can run some Subsim X, minimum specs. We'll have to look at that. And this PC has a good tower. Has that. And that's about it. So we accept. It's so shitty. We may as well just redo the entire interface. And on top of that, the whole rig has got to go. But because it's got to go, we have to have somewhere to put it. And for me, I would say it might be in our best interest to just dump it in a shitty computer. So let's take this Be Quiet, because that's where it's going to end up. All of its parts are going to end up in here. If I can. I don't think we can put multiple of those cards, can we? No, but it's only a 30-watt card. But yeah, the whole point is that we're going to get rid of all of that crap he's going to dump on us. Quite literally. We will leave the hard drive, the mechanical hard drive in there, but we will put a solid state in there. Maybe. Well, actually, we could just leave in there what's in there. Yeah, so that. Dear loyal citizens, our enemies of Sector 81 have once again attempted to overthrow your friend, the mainframe. Their scientists have analyzed our computers and programmed countermeasures to evade our impenetrable security system. The discovery of the exploitation of flaws in our impenetrable security system is prohibited, and the activity which cannot happen must be stopped at all costs. I've calculated the older systems running an older but equal impenetrable version of the impenetrable security system may be immune to the Sector 81 countermeasures, which do not work, and so should be used to replace the existing impenetrable security system. until a new system can be developed. Jeez, crow. A small group of workers was sent into Sector 72 storage basement to recover an obsolete computer system. Thanks to their civic zeal and unquestionable loyalty, they were able to overcome the radioactive bats and the redacted to retrieve the computer with minimal loss of life. Note, please disregard any blood you may find on the external case. Sector 72 workers correspond to ID numbers 44,627, 75,466, and 84,967. Do not exist and have never existed. If you believe you have knowledge of these workers, you are wrong. You must remove any dust and debris from the system and replace the CPU with an updated model to allow the computer to interface with the existing network. Under no circumstances should the penetrable security system be connected to the internet, as this presents an unacceptable risk of viruses and malware which do not exist infecting the impenetrable security system, which cannot happen. Kind regards, mainframe Sector 72, blah, 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 blah. So install AMD Ryzen 7 8-core, blah, 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 or better. I'd like to know how, outside of replacing the motherboard and the processor, which we'll probably have to do. $390. Yeah, we could replace. Well, yeah, we can replace the motherboard. Could put 2 more 4 gig sticks in there for him if he wants to, depending on how much money we have left over from that. We're also going to end up with a crappy Intel Celeron processor. Yay! And another shitty motherboard. So it's a good thing we've got stuff to dump. We accept. And a new build needed. Hi. Hey, I'm actually looking for a new build. I'm looking for at least 6445 benchmarks. I heard you guys use parts of PCs. Please don't do that. Can you make it your number one priority, please? Melanie. For $2,500 budget, we'll jump hurdles over that number, madam. So anyway, this is a good place for us to stop. I want to thank you guys for stopping by. I'm your host, the RPG Guy. When we come back, we're going to get the parts we need to really work with these two guys because they're being very difficult. And we're going to get this PC built, and everything will come to be wonderfully. So anyway, thanks for stopping by, guys. We will see you guys next time. Like, comment, subscribe, all the good stuff. Check out my Twitch channel, twitch.tv/ActArtStudios for more live gaming action. And also check out the Chairman of the Board show, as well as check out our Hobo Plays Blind Play show as well. All right, thanks. I make sure we got that in there. Thanks again, guys. Bye.